I'm taking a real good look at this thing on the trailer, this lift truck chassis, because I googled it and found out what it was. Just so I could talk about it today. And I swear if I don't get this freight off the back of my truck by the end of today, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and complain about it some more. What the heck happened over here? Oh, he is on the shoulder. Okay, I guess he's good. A Walmart truck. I thought he was in the grass from a distance. We are on the final day, the final leg of our trip from Fargo to Myrtle Beach, and I am so glad. Let me just skip this AI catastrophe they created here. Them waiting to get onto an on-ramp. We have already driven 3 days to get to where we're at. Hopefully we can get to Myrtle Beach today. I think we're about 8 or 9 hours away. 7 hours and 9 minutes away. We'll take that. Just to get this trailer off the back of my truck. It has been such a hassle trying to find a way to park in these rest stops and truck stops and truck dealerships and motel parking lots, because they don't plan on you having an articulating, wide, heavy trailer when you park, and it makes it nearly impossible because you can't fit into the parking spots, so it doesn't give you the little pop-up that says press this button to rest. It's been such a pain in the butt. I will be so glad when this trip is over. I'm gonna grab a Walmart trailer like that short 43 footer back there on that truck at that rest stop, just to get something small and simple and quick and easy. But hey, the good news is this job is gonna make me over 6 figures. $106,000. That doesn't happen every day. So I did look up what this thing is, this lift truck chassis that I'm carrying on this trailer. It is it's kind of hard to explain what it is. Think of like a forklift, but without the forks. You would find it at like a seaside container port where the ships bring in the big containers. This thing picks up the containers and can drive them around and put them on trucks and stuff like that. Now you're thinking probably the big container ports that have those overhead cranes. This is just designed to pick up one container, take it from one point to another, maybe pick it up off the ground and put it on the back of a truck, or maybe put it on a train car or something like that. That's why it's long and low, and the weight is, the center of gravity is so low and far to the back. I looked at it really close at the beginning of this video, and it does have the long arms, so I am like 99% sure that's what that is. The lift truck chassis. Anyways, driving my Volvo VNL 300 day cab. My driver Peter is doing pretty good over on the West Coast. He doesn't travel too far away from home because right now he's learning how to drive that truck more economically, so he can save me money on fuel. And everything else is going well. Hopefully we can make it to Myrtle Beach. It's 1:42 in the afternoon. I think this delivery is going to be made a little bit late. It's due today by... Oh, you know what? No, I just remembered that it was due in the afternoon. It's not due until tomorrow afternoon, so... Oops, sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to get rid of that pop-up and hit the wrong button. It's due tomorrow in the afternoon, so we should be okay. And we'll see how much this thing weighs. My steering wheel lost its controls again. I didn't put the computer to... I didn't turn it off. I put it to sleep like I always do, and for some reason, it lost all of its controls memory again. So that's a bit frustrating. So I'm back to using keyboard controls so that I don't have to stop the game and restart the computer and all that. I have no idea what's going on with this stupid steering wheel that I use. Oh man, I got rid of my... almost forgot to stop. Oh, you know what? There we go. I did pass it up. 135,000 pounds. Wow. Let's get out of here. Just trying to remember what I was talking about. Oh, the steering wheel. Yeah, stupid thing. Got in, started driving. Whatever the first control I hit was didn't work. And now I'm stuck here again with a steering wheel that only steers. Yes, I pressed save when I set up the profile and in the software that came with the steering wheel. Alright, someone's got to let me over eventually. Come on, people. Tennessee, that was quick. North Carolina already. I thought we were going through the Virginias, and then there must be just a sliver of Tennessee. Why does it say TN? That's not even close to Tennessee. Don't know why it did that. It said TN on the map when I passed it on the GPS, and I thought maybe I went through a sliver of Tennessee, but it's not even close to Tennessee. I don't know why it does that. Hear a helicopter. I don't see one though. Did I stop at that rest stop back there and not sleep? No, don't tell me that. I did. I took off making the video and driving, and I didn't sleep. I found that parking spot so that I could sleep, and I didn't press the button. Nuts. So I've got an hour and 53 minutes. That's why it's only Sunday in the afternoon. I said I was going to sleep twice so I could drive more during the day. I wasted all that time looking for a parking spot and forgot to sleep. Because you know that really happens. I hit the wrong button again. I hit 3 instead of F3. Oops. Well, the mistakes aren't being made by the game. The mistakes are being made by me. My bad. But in my defense, in real life, I wouldn't have forgotten to fall asleep. These lights on. Looking forward to the new DLC coming out. American Truck Simulator game designers finally coming out with the state of Utah. So that'll be available. They say before the end of the year. So I'll be able to grab that one. I wonder how long it'll take them to design all of the states, the 48 at least. Because it seems like it will take a long time. I had a person ask me at work the other day, they don't know the game that well. They asked me why everything in this part of the country looks the same. They said it's not much detail. Why is that exciting? I said, well, this is the mod. Central and eastern part of the United States is all mod. The game developer only does the West Coast right now. That's all those states that you can buy and have the intricately detailed maps. This is just a mod, so everything's kind of... I mean, it's a great mod. I love having the extra states to drive around in, but the trade-off is it's put on. It was created by a player who did this just for the love of the game. They wanted to get it out there, so they used repetition to their advantage to build these other states just to get them out, to add them to the map. The person who didn't play the game just didn't get that. They started watching me after I was out here already on the East Coast. They didn't go back to watch the videos that are from the West Coast, where the maps are more detailed and the scenery more vivid. Do not let that Prius get in front of you. Come on, truck, go. So we're only doing 50 miles an hour. You could get back over in the slow lane. And of course now I'm going to hit the hill and not be able to keep up. So I will get out of the way as well. Follow the truck full of Teslas for a little bit. Got passed by a Prius. It's a sad day. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I get it. So how much time we got left? 12 minutes. I do know I can go farther than that, but I don't know how much farther. Well, I have pushed it, but I don't remember what the actual limit was. Is there a garage you can buy in the middle of nowhere? That would be strange. I'm gonna bet that I have enough energy to get me there. Oh my gosh, this is not an interstate. I could have sworn this was an interstate. What the heck? Okay, that truck was full of cars earlier, now it's empty. And it looked like that Prius was just on the back of that truck. That's strange. Oh no, wait, there's the full one next to us. That Prius, I wonder why it backed up like that. That was weird. Once again, another reason to hate a Prius. Drivers are acting all crazy, driving in reverse at the stoplight. Makes no sense. My brother-in-law rented a Ford Fusion hybrid. We live in northern Illinois. He had to drive to St. Louis and back for a trip, so he rented a car to do it. He rented a hybrid, and when he got back, he put less than 30 bucks worth of gas in the car. He made a full 700-mile trip and used less than a tank of gas. Pretty impressive. Hybrids are doing some pretty cool things. They're just not cool cars. I watch a little too much roadkill, too much hate for the Prius maybe. Man, oh man, I've been pedal to the metal ever since that stoplight, and this is as fast as I can go. Columbia, South Carolina. Looks like they borrowed a bridge from San Francisco. Maybe. This is one of those. This is the same bridge as San Francisco, I think, because I always have to sneak a peek at the map and see what lane I'm supposed to be in, because the GPS doesn't do that great of a job of telling you. See if that helps. I cannot believe I forgot to sleep at the truck stop. So busy taking pictures and all that garbage. I forgot to sleep. So dumb. Oh, I can't even go that way. That's good to know. I love the sound of that rain. Really cool. Is this my exit? Yes. I just need to get to the truck stop. I'm only 2 hours and 45 minutes away, and I gotta stop and sleep. Well, the good news is I can sleep once and wake up in the morning. It'll be close to being light. I won't have to sleep twice like I was going to have to earlier. supposed to turn in at. I'm doing pretty good on gas. I'm not going to stop here. I'll stop where I do the drop off. Alright, there's gas. Let's see where I can go to get some sleep real quick. Quick 8 hours. My bad luck at finding places to sleep, I'm just going to do it right here. It's going to let me, so I'm going to do it. All those times it, I don't want to say screwed me over, but all those times it screwed me over, I'll take advantage of a mistake. Peter couldn't find a job and had to return empty. Cost me $250. There's the downfall of having drivers is... Seems like more often than not, when they have a low skill set, you can't find them a job. We'll survive. We've got money in the bank. I've got to get my recording done today. Today is Friday. Preseason football's on tonight. I know it's going to be awful, but I still got to watch it. There's this guy. He's a wide receiver on the Chicago Bears that I think he's going to be great. You heard it here first. Look for Javon Wims, number 83. I saw him last year in I almost said spring training. I saw him last year in preseason, and I thought he was really good, and I was surprised that he didn't make the team with as bad as the receiving core is for the Bears. But they did call him up for the late season after the Bears had clinched a playoff spot. They called him up to, because he was on the practice squad, he made the practice squad. They called him up to give him some playing time against real NFL quality defenses, and they didn't use him a whole lot, but he made some great catches. I think he was the only player on the Bears that didn't have a drop. And I think he's definitely going to make the team this year. Oh, I got to be in that lane. Come on, dude. Don't make me squeeze you out. He's going to make me squeeze him out. All right, whatever. So I think he's going to make the team this year. I think he's going to be good. The Bears wide receivers are better this year than last year, but Allen Robinson is their only guy that's over 6 feet. Last year, their next two wide receivers on the depth chart, number 2 and 3, were both less than 6 feet tall. That's just unacceptable in the NFL. Javon Wims, number 83, he's over 6 feet. He's a 6'2 or 6'3, something like that. So you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. Watch out for him. He actually got in a little bit of a fight in the in training camp this past week. So looking forward to see how he takes that energy onto the field. So I got to get this game done, get it edited, get it uploaded, and move on. So just the one video today, just this one. If you're only going to do one job, do the one that pays you $106,000, and the last leg is only, what did I say, 7 hours and 9 minutes long, something like that when we started the trip. It's 5:40 in the morning. Officially off of the interstate, or is this on the interstate? I don't know. was interstate almost the whole way from Fargo to Myrtle Beach, but I know that right close to the shore it was going to be off of the interstate system. I thought I was on the interstate back there in Columbia, and then there was a traffic light or two. I've noticed that when I sit here playing this game and I yawn, I sound like the computer noise that's your warning that your driver's getting tired. I kind of don't like that. That I sound like the computer animation guy sleeping. I know it's no big deal, but it bothers me a little bit. Miles to go from Fargo to the Atlantic Ocean. So since we're getting close to Myrtle Beach, I can tell you this. I am not a seafood lover. I probably don't appreciate the finer aspects of seafood. But I went to Myrtle Beach once, and I figured as long as I was there, I would try and have some good seafood. And I always heard this joke that if you're in a strange place and you're looking for a place to eat, ask a fat person that's a local. Now, I wouldn't walk up to a fat person and say, hey, I was told to ask a fat person. That would be rude. But it just so happened we were on a shuttle bus in Myrtle Beach, and the driver was a large man. So I said, hey, what's a good place to get some seafood? I don't really appreciate seafood that much. So if I only had one shot to love it, what place would you tell me to go to? And he said, go over to Tybee Island, which is an island off of the coast of South Carolina by Myrtle Beach. And he said, there's a little dive bar called Stingrays. He said, go there. It's fresh. It's delicious. It's not like some stuck-up place where you pay too much for seafood, but he's like, it's a great place. He told us not to be turned off by the looks of the place because it's a bar. He said, go in there and order anything off the menu. You'll love it. So I went in there, ordered a combo plate or a sampler plate or whatever you call it. And it was the best seafood I've ever had in my life. Like I said, I've never loved seafood, but I loved that seafood. The waitress said that they get their catch right from the fishermen who pull it out of the ocean that day. I actually still have the baseball hat that I bought at Stingrays on Tybee Island a long time ago. I'm actually thinking about going back there for vacation sometime soon. Every other vacation we do a cruise. Well, we just did a cruise, so now we're looking at maybe just doing a driving tour. So we're thinking about going back to Myrtle Beach. And if we do, Tybee Island and that little fish place is where we'll be headed. We're only 23 miles away. In real life, I bet you'd be able to see the ocean and or smell the ocean from this distance. The air just feels different. Oh, you know what? I think I might have been confusing Myrtle Beach with Savannah, Georgia. Darn it. Went and told you a story about this great place to eat. It's in the wrong city. It's not even the one I'm in. So everything I said still applies. It's just not Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach was a different trip. We didn't find any great places to eat there. Oh, now I feel like an idiot. Told you all that story, and it was the wrong town. It wasn't Myrtle Beach. Go to Savannah, Georgia. That's the one that's awesome. you know any good places in Myrtle Beach, let me know, because we might be headed there next. Like I said, we have been there before, but we were way younger and we didn't know what the heck we were doing. So if you know of a place like Stingray's in Savannah, Georgia, but that's in Myrtle Beach, let me know. Man, I was all proud of myself, had a good story. And I went and messed it up. Talking about the wrong town. Talking about a town that I'm not even talking about. My goodness. Tell you what, if you want to contrast two different coastal towns, Savannah, Georgia and Myrtle Beach might be two good ones. Myrtle Beach, all I remember is it's got a whole strip of hotels on the beach. Then you've got the road that goes the whole length of the town, you know, behind the hotels that are on the beach. Savannah, Georgia, man, that's a great place to be. I would much rather be in Savannah, Georgia than Myrtle Beach. Just the history of that town. I guess you could call it a romantic town. They got the little downtown shops right on the pier. That place is awesome. And we're stuck going to Myrtle Beach. Well, tune back into tomorrow's video. Maybe I'll embarrass myself again. Talk about how great Dallas is. Oh, no, wait. That was New York City. My bad. At least the two cities that I confused were in adjoining states, both on the coast. Is that even an acceptable defense to what I just did? That was ridiculous. I see the ring around the target for our destination just popped up on the GPS. And a pop-up for Myrtle Beach. Yay, Myrtle Beach discovered. We can finally get rid of this behemoth that's been weighing us down for the last 4 days. That trucker behind me is not going to be happy. I can pull up a little bit. I do not want to get a red light ticket. I have bad luck with red light tickets. He's got room. That is a big Volvo truck back there too. That's one I'll own someday. I gotta figure out what I want my trucking company colors to be for my trucks. I like the color of this truck, but I figure I'll give all my company drivers this color of truck. I want to find a different color for my truck. I'm the owner, I should stand out, right? That's my way of thinking. I don't think I'm going to do this single color like a red or a blue. I think I'm going to go back and get one of those classic 70s stripe packages and color the truck that way. Why am I taking... See, there's a Pettibone over there. That's the big forklift looking truck that's over there. There's a Pettibone. I said this thing is like a forklift, but it's made for moving around containers. This looks just like any regular old construction site. And I wonder where they're going to want me to put this thing. Let's find out. Where should I place it? Yeah, that looks good. Let's do that. Let's see if we can screw this thing up. I'm going to do this from outside because with an articulating trailer, I actually messed one up a couple of deliveries ago because I wasn't able to get the whole articulating trailer inside the box. We're pretty close. Yeah. Man, oh man, this job has been... Well, I almost said a horror. It hasn't been a horror, but man, it's been a pill. This thing just has been trouble from day one. Let's get it off my truck. Take that payday. Ugh. I don't even care. Just give me my money. I want to get out of here. High value. I don't really care about just-in-time delivery. I really don't. Let's do high value. Alright, we got $178,000. That's enough to go buy a truck. So check back in with me tomorrow. Next video, we'll go buy another truck. Guess what it's going to look like? How much you want to bet it's going to be a Volvo VNL 300 with the ruby rose or concrete rose, something rose color. I forget what this color's called, but we'll see you tomorrow. We'll buy a truck, we'll hire a driver, and we'll keep making some money. Till then.